Today we're going to be adding integers. Integers are positive or negative whole numbers, meaning they don't have fractions and they don't have decimals. So to add integers, the first thing we need to do is look at the sign in front of the number. So for instance, if we have 3 plus 5, that's obvious, that's 8, but in terms of integers, we look at the sign in front of the number. So 3 doesn't have a sign. We assume it's a plus if there is no sign. 5, the sign in front is a plus. So that would be that problem. 3 plus 5 is 8. If we look at another one, for instance, 3 plus negative 8, 3, again, has no number in front of it, so it's positive. And here, the 8 has a negative in front of it, so that would be a negative. Now, the rule for adding integers, we sing like a song. The rule goes, same signs, add the numbers, and keep the sign. So we say same signs, add and keep. Different signs, we subtract. And if it's different signs, we not only subtract, but keep the sign of the larger number. So let's sing the song real quick, and then we'll apply it. It goes to kind of row, row, row your boat. Same signs, add and keep. Different signs, subtract. Keep the sign of the larger number. Then you'll be exact. Not the best singer in the world, but it helps you remember the rules. So if we deal with this problem, 3 plus negative 8, again, the 3 is a positive and the 8 is a negative. Are these signs the same or different? They are different signs, so therefore we are going to subtract. Different signs subtract. So 3 and 8, what's 8 minus 3? 5, so we did the subtraction, but keep the sign of the larger number. Is 8 a larger number or is 3 a larger number? 8 is larger and 8 is negative, so I'm going to keep that sign. So my answer is negative 5. Let's take a look at another one. Let's look at negative 6 plus 2. Again, 6 is negative, 2 is positive. We don't have same signs, we have different signs, so I'm going to subtract. So 6 minus 2 is 4, and keep the sign of the larger number. Is 6 the larger number or 2? 6 is, and 6 is negative, so I'm going to keep the negative. The answer is negative 4. Let's look at another example. Let's look at 6 minus 3 minus 10. We're going to take 2 at a time, just like order of operations. So I do operations left to right if they're adding or subtracting. So I do 6 minus 3, or if I want to think of it as integers, that's a positive 6 and a minus 3. Signs are different, so I'm going to subtract. 6 minus 3 is 3. The larger number, is it 6 or 3? 6, so I'm going to keep it as a positive 3. Bring down the minus and the 10. Then I compare these two numbers. 3 is positive, 10 is negative. Different signs, so I'm going to again subtract. So 10 minus 3 is 7. The larger number is 10, which is negative, so my answer is negative. Let's look at ones with the same sign. Let's look at negative 3 minus 6. Again, the sign is the sign in front of the number, so I'm going to circle. That's a negative 3 and a negative 6. This time I have the same signs, so I'm going to add the numbers. 3 plus 6 is 9, and keep the sign. The sign is negative, so it stays negative. Let's look at one more. Negative 4 plus 10 minus 8. Again, I'm going to go left to right because it's adding and subtracting, and that's what order of operations tells me. So I have a negative 4 and a plus 10. Different signs, so I'm going to subtract. 10 minus 4 is 6. Keep the sign of the larger number. 10 is larger and it's positive, so my answer is positive. I don't have to write the plus, I just write it to help me right now. Then I'm going to bring down the minus 8. Again, I circle the signs. That's a plus 6 and a minus 8. Signs are different, so subtract. 8 minus 6 is 2. 8 is the larger number, so my answer is negative. We will be going over adding integers more.